Oh, it's working. Look at that. Live stream for the first time in a while. And is it working here? Let's have a look. Is that working? There we go, that's working. Alright, okay. Right. Let's just pop this in the Discord. There we go. Right. So if anyone watches this back in the future, I've just decided to do a live stream because, well, I've got a new internet connection and I wanted to test it, so I don't really mind if no one's watching. But if you see this in the future, that's why I'm doing a live stream. And I haven't put a game title in the live stream either, because I thought, oh, I'll just do anything. And got Le Mans Ultimate here, so let's have a muck about with this. I might embarrass myself and try a short race in the Glickenhaus, because this car is a snarling, rabid dog that wants to kill me. Let's have a look now. Go for a race with hypercars, no P2s, GTEs. And how long should it be? Not that long. Can I have less time than that? Will it let me have less time than that? I'm going to bring down the difficulty of the opponents as well, because I'm not very good at this yet. And oh, there we go. That's 20 minutes, that'll do. Default, roll in, all of that. Have it normal weather, I guess. Aggression at 50%. And right, I'll just come out of there. How professional. Right, yeah. Got the car. Set for the race. Let's load it up. What could go wrong? So that's loading up. Just make sure that the stream's actually working. And it is. So hopefully, if you're watching this, if you click the little, or if anyone watches this back later, you can click the little settings button at the bottom of a YouTube window, and you should be able to watch in 1440p at 60 frames per second, which is something I've never done before. But yeah, the internet connection's a bit new, so always feels weird streaming, especially when you're not advertised or anything else, because you know you're sitting here talking to yourself like an idiot. And forgotten to pin my window up here, so I'll do that. There we go. Let's see if I can chat to myself in the window. Hello. There we go. I've got a warning here telling me that my bit rate's too low and they recommend a higher bit rate, but actually from what I've seen, I don't really need it, because I was testing this out earlier and it's coming out. I was doing some unlisted streams, so I could test by myself, and it was coming out looking lovely. But we'll see. Right, so I'm down there in 11th, and I forget what lap times are like around this track in this car, so God knows what fuel I'm going to put in. I'm going to stick it on softs, and yeah, I'll give it a little less fuel than that. A little bit more than that though. 20 minutes, I'll stick 15 laps of fuel, 17 laps of fuel in to be safe. Doesn't, you know, got the AI down at 85%, so I'm a bit slower than them due to being a bit heavier. It won't matter. Right, okay. Now the question is, this car, as I've said, is a snarling, rabid beast. It really is. And usually I don't race with traction control, and I've been racing this car. I'm going to go without traction control. I can always turn it up from in-car if I get scared. Hello, Marty. You all right, mate? Cheers. You on the vodkas? So let's come back to my standings here. There we go. You been in Metz's stream tonight? Oh, you're on the vodkas, cool. You been in Metz's stream, or you just been watching or anything? Because I know Metz was streaming earlier. I saw a little bit of it, but I've been so busy setting up this new connection today, testing and rejigging my OBS. Okay, not tonight, cool. Well, I'll tell you what, seeing as you're first here, you can tell me how this stream looks, because for the first time ever, like I said, if you click the little, I don't know what the YouTube player is defaulting to you, it might be defaulting to 1080p, but if you click the little settings wheel, you should be able to take it all the way up, well, all the way, not a massive way, up to 1440p at 60 frames per second. Yeah, it's a new internet connection. My folks here were paying far too much money for about 3 years for a rubbish connection, which is why my streams were always a little bit low qual. So I've been saying to them for about 3 years, look, I can get you a lot better for even cheaper, a lot cheaper than what you're paying. So I have, and we've got now a monster connection for loads cheaper. I can't utilise the full speed of it because the router is in another room, and I haven't got a long enough Ethernet cable to go straight from the back of the computer into the new hub. But if I did, I'd be looking at speeds between about 500 and 700, and, well, should be 900 download, but that's the advertised speed. You never get that. But the upload speed advertised was 110. So I should be able to run a server, run a server with 30 people on it whilst streaming at this resolution. I could probably go higher, actually. I'm only running a bit rate of 6,000. But I've forced YouTube. I've done something with YouTube. I learned something that you can force YouTube to output in 1440p, even if you're not broadcasting in OBS or from game resolution yourself. But it scales it up for you, so it doesn't use your equipment, if you know what I mean. You can sort of trick it. But anyway, yeah. Oh, you're in 1440 by 60. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll start driving, and you. Oh, hang on. Oh no. Got a problem here. Is this LMU being weird? Yeah, nothing's responding. Wonder why that is. So yeah, it's pretty excellent. I'm actually on a Wi-Fi dongle, so I'm getting about 70 upload and about 150 down. It's the, oh dear, LMU is not behaving itself. Let's just check my task manager. See, I did check it. Yeah, I'm not stressing it too much. Everything's good. It must just be LMU. I've been trying out LMU recently, and this is good, isn't it? It's not going to let me out. I'm going to have to stop LMU. I think this is an LMU problem. Right, end task. There we go. Right, we'll try that again, Marty. Oh, disk usage has just gone through the roof. Windows problem reporting is going on. Oh, this is a bit haphazard, but then again, it is me, isn't it? What could go wrong? How's life with you, Marty? All right. Disk usage has gone through the absolute roof. Well, let's try that again. Okay-ish. Well, I'm kind of the same at the moment. Things haven't gone. Once again, things haven't gone to plan this year. This will be the year. This will be the year, and nothing's quite gone to plan. Hey ho. Same every year, isn't it? Right. So, will it work this time? Let's check the task manager. Oh, good. Good. The disk usage has started to go down. Good. Right. Let's load that. And this time I won't alt. It's probably because I alt-tabbed whilst I was loading the sim, because obviously this is early access title, and it has a habit of not liking it if you alt-tab. Have you been sim racing much, or has life been throwing you curveballs? Sorry about the wait. It is LMU, which is built on. It's totally not R Factor 2, because it totally is R Factor 2. The bit of reskinning, but yeah. So expect the same sort of loading times as you get on RF2, especially when you're loading the whole field of cars. It certainly is, I suppose. Yeah, certainly is. I just wish there was a bit of an upward curve every year. But yeah, I suppose it does keep it interesting. Have you tried LMU, Le Mans Ultimate, Marty? Keep on keeping on. Right, let's see if it will work this time. Oh god, this UI is just... No? I've been getting on alright with this, and the moment I start the stream, of course... Or is it just my PC? No, it's... The PC's not stressing out looking at the... It's not stressing out at all, so why? Oh, come on. Right. Oh, the frames per second seem to be tanking a bit. Right. Well, I was running a sim earlier on, and it didn't tank out anything. So why is it tanking out now? Powertrain. No. Oh, mate, yeah, I mean, I really hope that they don't, if they do go bankrupt, they don't take Studio 397 with them. LMU is not playing ball, right? Coming out of this. Oh, hang on. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. No, LMU is not playing ball tonight. Like I said, been getting on with it fine. And now it's just going, no. Not playing ball. I tested this earlier to see if if it would. Maybe it's because I'm using the wrong codec. I've changed all me OBS settings to. Right, okay, there we go. I'm going to try running ACC because I tried streaming. Obviously, I didn't have chat going along with the stream because it was unlisted. But I tried it with the Seto Corsa Composizione, and that worked fine whilst I was streaming. And this seems to, yeah, this is just fine. So let's go for a little. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll go and try the fabulous new Nürburgring. And for 20 minutes, that'll give us 2 laps. Let's see how we get on. Wonder why LMU's doing that. Right. Yeah, I didn't get LMU at first, and it was Flip Flops who persuaded me into it. And then I said I was going to get it, and he actually gifted it to me. So Flip Flops, if you watch this back, I know I've said thank you several times, but I'm going to say it again, thank you. But yeah, he just went, right, I'm gifting you that. And I've actually been getting, I thought it was going to be a bit of a bag of bones because of what I'd heard, but it's actually all right. But I'm a bit resentful of LMU because it means the stopping of support for R Factor 2, at least for the next coming year. Not completely, they're not stopped support for R Factor 2, but no more further development whilst they sort out LMU. So if the whole Motorsport Games things was to bring down LMU and R Factor 2 as well, I would be very upset. Oh, I should be very upset, I should. I'm going to get rid of all the traction control because I'm a nutter. 1 ABS. Bring that down to 1 in case I decide to put 1 traction control on later. 20-minute race. Sticking 45 litres of fuel. That'll be far too much. Hello, Dan. Oh, yeah. Load times in ACC. Lickety split. Lickety split. For laser scan tracks and AI that are working on the same physics as you. It just loads like that. It's fantastic. I need to make sure I'm on the right wheel setting for this. What's the sensitivity at? 480. That should be right for the Ferrari. And
stay double file.
All right, mate. Well, there we go, and it's working. Obviously, LMU's just having a really bad day. Oh, I will start the car. But I don't know if you've seen my recent video, guys, but the Nürburgring for ACC is fantastic. But the best thing about the whole update, and everyone gets this even if they don't buy the track, is what they've done with the damper simulation. They've improved the damper simulation, so at any track you go to, the cars are now great over curbs. You know, it's like, you know, they're up there with R Factor 2, AMS2, the curb behaviour, it's great. And oh, got a stutter there.
Slow car ahead.
But like I said, this is the first time I've tried streaming at these settings. So, how is it looking at 1440p? Can you see, like, can you actually, if you full screen it, can you see all the numbers on my dash and everything? Is everything nice and clear? Or clearer than it's ever been on one of my low quality streams? Whoa! I often get like one or two little stutters with the MS2 after I first started it. Once it's run for a few laps, it's absolutely fine. It's looking good then, Marty. Brilliant.
Yellow flag ahead, which I think float.
Yellow flag already. Whoa, there it is. That'll be that BMW there. I'm going to stick on one traction control. No, that was ABS. I've just gone and changed. Didn't mean to do that. There we go. One traction control just to be on the safe side. Don't blame me, Marty. Don't blame you at all. Party on, dude. Oh, no, silly me. I've not actually loaded up the Nürburgring at all. I've loaded up the Nürburgring GP track. Oh, well. That's enough to test whether this streaming at these settings works with whilst I'm playing. If anyone wants to jump online later, maybe I'll fire up Automobilista 2 and do a server maybe. Or you can just sit there and laugh at my terrible driving. I'm not well practiced at the moment. Have you tried Le Mans Ultimate, Dan? Just out of curiosity, seeing as that's what I tried to start off with, but it just died on me. This is working absolutely this is working fine. Oh, look. They have also, with the updates that came with the last update to ACC, they've improved the AI slightly as well. Oh! Right, rotate, Ferrari, rotate. It's good at rotating this car. That's probably sensible, Dan. That's probably sensible. I must say, I've been really... Like I said, I was resentful of buying it because I was just like, this should just be DLC for R Factor 2.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
and all of the, you know, they've tweaked the graphics and the sound and tyres and hybrid systems that now work properly. But all of that could have been done in R Factor 2, because what it does mean, of course, is that we will not ever see, I shouldn't think, Algrave or Fuji now as DLC for R Factor 2, or any of the hypercars, because they probably wouldn't want to hurt the sales of LMU. And I'm sure that's not really Studio 397's fault. It's down to licensing, so that the WEC people would have said no, we want it as a separate sim. But I bought it anyway because I just classed it. Well, I didn't really buy it, because what it was is I was dubious of it until Flip Flop said, come round my house and try it, because he got it. Come round my house and try it. And when I tried it, I was like, oh, actually, this doesn't feel too bad. I was so happy that it didn't feel like a bag of bones, because I'd heard some people on the forums saying, oh, the force feedback is not as good as R Factor 2. And I was like, well, how can it not be? It basically is R Factor 2. Then other people were saying, oh, it's even better. But most folks were having problems with it. Then a patch came out, and oh, mind that BMW behind me, he's having a right look up the inside. And so I was dubious, but when I ran around, I was so happy it was good, I just turned around to Stuart and said, to Flip Flops, and said, look, that's it, I'll buy it tonight. And he went, no you won't.
Car on the right.
He said, it's only 25 quid, here you go, I'll gift it to you, because he's lovely. And so I've got it now, and it felt good, but the force feedback wasn't as good as R Factor 2. It felt notchy in places and too oversensitive, until I realised that there's one setting that R Factor 2 has for your wheel, and if you use that setting in LMU, it's actually the other way round. You need to do the opposite of what you do in R Factor 2. Once I figured that out, hey presto, the force feedback suddenly opened up. I literally got the Aston Martin Vantage feeling pretty much exactly the same as it does in R Factor 2, and I was really chuffed. If you've seen the video I did about that, you'll see me sliding it around all over the place and saying, look, I can just control it now, it's fantastic. Really is good fun, but I do not want, because I've invested over the years a lot, well actually more money and time into R Factor 2, a lot more money and time than I have in any other sim. Even though you probably think of me maybe a bit of as an AMS2 guy, because I've done so many videos on that, but I had R Factor 2 for a long time before I even had this channel, and I've sunk so much money into it, and I do not want development to stop on R Factor 2, because there's still bits of content which aren't entirely finished in it, you know. And also, it's got the race control system in it. At the moment, it can do more than LMU can in terms of functionality. Even though people don't get on with the UI, but, you know, I really want to see Studio 397 succeed. Yeah, so do I, mate. So do I. So I hope, you know, I'll carry on buying DLC for R Factor 2 if they keep bringing it out. And I'll carry on buying DLC for LMU, even though I'm a little bit annoyed that it's a separate sim, you know. But like I said, that's probably down to licensing and nothing to do with them. But I think if Motorsport games go down and take LMU, right, I don't know if they will. I think there's, I saw some documentation in talks between the heads of Motorsport Games saying that they're really giving it their all on this one, and they might be getting bailed out. I hope that's the case, and I hope they succeed as well. You know, why not? But I just want to see. There is a little bit of me that worries, you know.
Car on the left.
Because I care about my Sims, as we all do. Oh, look at that!
Clear on the left.
I just love the way the cars feel now in ACC after the update.
On the halfway mark.
Over the bumps and the curbs, I love it. I really do. Just so out of practice there. Look at me. DLC for AC City is always good because it's so well finished and well polished when it comes out. You know. Oh, he's having another look. I've had to give him space. I thought he was going to rear end me. But yeah, it's really polished stuff Kunos do. They really do get stuff nice and polished before they release it. I know AC2 is round the corner, or possibly, you know, not round the corner. They might. I wouldn't put it past them to hang back till 2025 now, let alone the end of 2024 for AC2. Because I tell you what, if they brought out another update for this with Magni cores, the French track Magni cores and Hockenheim, I'd buy it. But for all we can say about, you know, that hitch with trying to get LMU to start there and early access titles and all of that, even though Kunos do bring out nice polished products, when this first came out, I had it on a friends and family. In fact, I tried it on a friends and family account, so I didn't have to buy it, and I couldn't get on with it because you just couldn't go near. You couldn't go near the curbs at all. You touched the curb and you were toast. And look how far this sim has come. It's taken years. I think I bought this maybe 2 years ago now, after I'd had to go after the tyre updates, and then they updated it again and again, and the tyres got better, the curb handling, the damper simulation got better, and now it's such a pleasure to drive. And it's got its own paint shop editor. I love that about this sim. I'm driving around in my own custom designed livery. iRacing does it. Every sim should have that. All these AI, they're good, they have improved. He looks like he's back from the shop. I haven't read the message yet, mate. I will in a second. RF2 first time with my SimCube Pro, nearly broke my wrist. Was that just because you had it turned up too high, or was it one of those R-factor things that happens that if you have a problem in a race and you go to restart the race, the steering wheel suddenly goes yank to one side whilst you're waiting for the race to restart and nearly destroys, you know, your rig and of course your wrist as well? Because if it's that, I do know what you mean. It's I'd class it as similar. I don't know if you remember the popping tyre bug that they had in AMS2. But what would happen is you go to the pits and change it. If you're in the V8, it happened to me at Road America. If you're in the V8 and you went to change your tyres to hards from hards to wets or the other way round, you jump in the car. The moment you jumped in the car, the tyres would all explode and pop off the car, and your steering wheel go yank like that, just like it does in our R-Factor 2. 6-pack of Scotch Ale. wouldn't have put you down as an ale drinker. I thought you were in a, you know... When you said beer, I'm used to you drinking cocktails and vodkas. I thought when you said beer, it'd be lager, but... But anyway, come on, turn in. Get a good exit. Oh, yes. Oh, you didn't have your yeah, force feedback wasn't inverted. Yeah, I think for some wheels, or maybe quite a lot of wheels, you do need to invert the force feedback with RF2. And you know, you can dial it up a long way in R factor 2.
Car on the left.
Yes! Right. Oh, he's still on my side!
On the left.
Look at that! Great moves by the AI here. Oh, you're a homebrew man. There was only one house I lived in where we ever tried brewing our own beer. It was all right. One of those, you know, kits that you get with the plastic keg. Mate David did it, really. He was the master of it. Strong enough, though, that's for sure. It did last a fair while.
Well done, mate. Personal best.
Oh, good. I've got a personal best.
Car on the left.
Oh, no, I've overshot it. A little bit. Is he going to switch back on me? No. I was in there enough just to block him. So yeah, just to double check, it's looking all right, is it, the stream? Nice and smooth, nice 60 frames per second, no stutters or anything. Good stuff, thank you, Marty. I would have, because like I said, I'd flicked onto YouTube whilst I was doing things, setting all my OBS up and changing all the values and bit rates, sound rates and codecs and everything for this new connection, and then test it to see if it would work. I did think what I'll do is I'll later on, if Mets is still running, I'll just jump into his, because it was an open server, I thought I'll jump in there and just live stream racing on Mets' server. But then when I came, I took so long doing it, when I came back, his stream had finished. It would have been nice to say hello to him. If you do see him, say hello to him for me, because I've not spoken to him for ages now, actually. I had a look online to see if Flip-Flops was about tonight, but he's a hard-working man. He might have gone to bed already because it's quite late, but I didn't see him online. I didn't see him on Steam either, so I thought I won't call him just in case it's a bit too late. But yeah, with this new connection, I really do think I'm going to be able to, especially if I could Ethernet it, but it would mean trailing a cable to another room, and I don't think my folks would be up for that. But I think I can do it all over Wi-Fi and still stream at this image quality, and this is the first time I've streamed at 60 frames per second as well. I started off at 30, believe it or not, but most of the time I've been at 50. But yeah, try and utilise it as much as I can and start running servers again. I used to limit my servers. The old connection used to be, the upload speed was about 16 megabyte. and the download was about 60 if I was lucky. But I used to be able to run a server with 20 people on it. I'd limit the server to 20 people in AMS2, so I reckon I can definitely get away with a full 31, 32 person grid. I forget what the maximum is in AMS2, and stream it as well. Look at it take that curb now. Fantastic, I was right up on that. Look at that, it's fantastic. This is nice actually at the moment right now, because I have been all day waiting for the OpenReach people to come round, for them to install, because we didn't have FFTP, it was FFTTC, so they had to install the fibre optic from the telegraph pole outside to the house. Then they went off and did another job. Then they had to come back later on, I mean like a few hours later, and then actually come and bring it up to the top floor, drill through the wall, put it all in. Then we realised that with full fibre the telephone line couldn't be used downstairs anymore, so we've had to rework how the telephones work in the house. And then I'd sort of rearrange the office, my mother's office, so we had enough plug sockets, because the new connection isn't just the router to plug in, it's also the box on the wall needs plugging in. But it's freed up sockets downstairs, so my mum's well happy, because she needed another couple of sockets to run her radio. Everything's a lot tidier, and I've actually managed, because her computer, her little laptop is near the router, I've actually given her one of my, because I don't have a long Ethernet cable, I've got a couple of short ones, so I've given her that, and her PC, I'm the one streaming here, her PC, which she uses to read emails and send files, is now hardwired. It's Ethernet wired into the oh, there we go. Alright, wow, I completed a race. Wow, how fast 20 minutes goes past when you're having fun. But yeah, her ancient laptop, which even if it's not on the internet, takes about 2 years to open a documents file, is now plumbed straight into the router, and well, her speeds are fantastic, but it's still an old PC, so they're not that fantastic. But I took my second PC, one that's on the floor over there, not this because I can't move this one, but that's a bit more modern. I took that and I was getting 550 down, 100 and something, nearly 100 up. It was great. Well, I really enjoyed that. That was great. I love the way these cars drive now. Absolutely love it. And it wasn't last. 26. Let's just have a look at that. Because I don't know about you guys, but I do love watching replays. Where's the start? Where's the start? There we go. A bit more watch of that, since we're just chilling. Isn't it gorgeous, ACC? The only thing with the Unreal Engine is the everything looks gorgeous close up, everything is lovely and sharp, But it's when you look at things in the distance, because of that weird pixely anti-aliasing, things in the distance are really hard to make out. So if you're doing 200 miles an hour at the Nordschleife, you're coming up on things quickly, but they're very far away and you can't quite make them out. Whereas in stuff like R Factor 2, one of the things I love about R Factor 2 is, and iRacing is brilliant with this, is the crispness of the lines. You can see everything in the distance. AMS2 is great for it as well. Marty had to drill through you had to drill through the floor. Well, you needed weird internet. Well, yeah. Yeah, some people don't sort of get the idea of, you know, hardwired connections and all of that, do they? Look at that, it is gorgeous. Let's change the camera. Oh, the detail on the cars in this sim is just fantastic. Everything's going a bit nuts at the moment as well. It's, you know, we've got LMU making, you know, doing the most accurate hypercar simulation, or hybrid simulation I should say, ever at the moment. So that's mega exciting. We've got iRacing has just literally thrown, who knew that they could do it as well, especially with their tyre model. They have thrown the ball right out of the park, or knocked it out of the park, as the saying goes, with their weather system. It's absolutely fantastic. It is just, it is the best wet weather simulation that any sim's done so far. And then you've got AMS2 announcing the blooming Inter license. I mean, we're going to get Sebring for AMS2. Also, Reza have responded to what iRacing have done, and they're going to be the first. They're going to, because I think there's now going to be a bit of a race on. Yeah, totally pun intended. That all the other sim manufacturers are going to have to think, right, if we're going to do wet weather, now iRacing's done that, we're going to have to really, really think about it. And AMS2 is in good stride to do that, because they already had some of the stuff that other sims just don't have, that iRacing's got, like, you know, aquaplaning, the way the water builds on track, that sort of thing. And there are still some things that AMS2's weather system is just like one or two things that it can do that iRacing doesn't quite have, but it's just the quality of what iRacing's got. And the realism of it is fantastic. But it has prompted reason. They're going to be the first ones to revamp there, because they've already talked about what they're going to do with the live track and the weather system. They're already working on things like the spray for the graphics, you know, the wet weather spray from the cars, and the way under trays and aerodynamics will spread the water. They're going to be the first one to do it, because I think R Factor 2 and LMU, they're going to be behind both iRacing and AMS2 if they don't do something, because of course they've got their wet weather, which I've always really loved, but they've got a track that just gets wet sort of everywhere. But they've got a drying line, they've got a rubbered in track, as has AMS2, that will, you know, the rubber will get more slippery as it gets wet, but it's not very well defined. It's not like our racing's there. AMS2, I know that Renato has already said that they're going to make it more obvious. So R Factor 2 and LMU need to do that, but also in oh, this is gorgeous, isn't it? In AMS2 and it's in R Factor 2 and LMU that you've got puddles, but they don't do anything. You can see them, but if you go for a puddle, there's nothing happens. Nothing. It's the same as going on a bit of the track which is just wet. Whereas in iRacing, you hit a puddle, you can feel it tug as the water shoots up into the wheel arch. You can feel it tug on the side of the car, just like you can on the real roads. And if you hit a puddle a little bit too fast, you can feel it tug around the side of the car. and you drive in that as you would on the roads. You avoid puddles. It's amazing. But it's like all of the sims at the moment have got something really exciting, brand new, and progressive to offer. I mean, AMS2 development just never stops. So I'm hoping that for R Factor 2 and LMU. And then you've got BeamMG now bringing out drift cars. And then, of course, AC2. Oh, man. I mean, what's going to happen with that? Will it have a physical tyre model? And will it... Because AC2, with what the modders have done to AC2, it's got so many features and so many options and so many things now. You know, they're going to have to really knock it out of the park to... I don't know, AC2 could be something absolutely... It could, you know... Could be something really special because they're going to have weather. They're going to have every single sort of car and class imaginable. They're going to have... I mean, the modders have even done stuff that if you've got a car that can, you know, overrun and shoot flames out the back, you can reverse it up to a hay bale and set the hay bale on fire. Working radios in the car, windows, everything. They're going to need all of that and more. And of course, also AC2 is going to have drift cars, drift tracks, hill climbs, GTs, everything you can think of. And also, the other thing with AMS2 that we've got to look forward to is those historic versions of Le Mans, which I hope to God come with like some historic GT and touring cars. You know, GT40s, TVRs, Shelby Cobras, stuff like that. I don't know if you guys remember the old mods, the amazing mods for R Factor, original R Factor, ISI R Factor, for R Factor 2, which was the Power and the Glory mod. That was just a complete new... You know, you had to have it pretty much... I had to have a separate install of R Factor for that, because it was a whole new sim. And then also you had the Power and the Glory mod for GTR 2. Oh, and that's another thing, because that was great as well. That was practically the same thing, and you had to have a different install. But that's another thing. GTR Revival, what's going on with that? It's, you know... Oh, we had a little bit of news on Race Department a few times earlier last year about it, and it's all gone quiet again. It's, you know... But then we know who's in charge, so it's... old Mr. Bell does have a habit of going, we're going to do this, and then just nothing happens. But anyway, I'm going to do something else. So, dare I try LMU again? Because it's definitely not the PC having a problem, can't handle running this stream and a sim at the same time, because we've just run ACC. I'm going to give it a go, I'm going to risk it. Because I really want to give that Glickenhaus a go. That machine is just a snarling, crazy dog. Let's see what happens. And I'm so pleased, so happy that I got the force feedback sorted out for this now, with it feeling great and everything. And right, let's get rid of those. Race 20 minutes. Okay, start the race weekend. And yeah, sit back and wait for the load. If I had beers at the moment, I could probably have 2 of them by the time this is loaded. So cheers, Marty. I'll have a sip of me water instead. Yeah, that's another thing. Rensport is still in development. Thank you for reminding me. There's that as well, but no one seems to know where that one's going. In fact, I got so sick of, because I had one of the early access keys, I got so sick of the Epic Games launcher, because you have to, if you're going to use Rensport, you have to use the Epic Games launcher, and it locks you out half the time, and then you've got to, then you go and put your details back in, it forgets who you are, forgets your email address apparently, and you can't get back in unless you do another one. And I got so sick of doing it, and I was running out of hard drive space, because I literally, half the time my computer's slowing down is because my hard drive's always about 70 gigs away from being absolutely stuck full with one hard drive in it. I need another one. And I just thought I need the space for the other Sims that are doing stuff at the moment. I had to uninstall it, unfortunately. Right. So here we are. Oh, the things are moving this time. There we are. It's just crashed. It's just crashed. Right, I'm giving up on LMU for tonight. Let's see what's going on the servers in R Factor 2. Good old R Factor 2. Cheers for the beers. So, Scammy? I think I'm going to have to change the codec that I'm using, because I'm using an NVEC codec. And looking at my stream, I closed from here. I closed. LMU crashed literally several minutes ago, and it's only just crashed on the, from what I'm seeing on the stream. Right, look at this. R Factor 2's working all right, but I haven't loaded the track yet. So, oh, Porsche's at Nuremberg. Event starts in 11 minutes. Oh, there's only one participant so far. How many people are in the practice servers? I might register for this. Yeah, I'm going to register. Join practice server. I love these cars. Let's get a nice coloured one. These look and drive beautifully. The 992 Cup. This is why I do not want to see support for R Factor 2 finish, because I mean, this car only came out last year and it's absolutely amazing. It's fantastic. And on their race control servers, we've got one of their premium tracks as well. Funnily enough, we've just been at the Nuremberg as well, haven't we? In ACC. Race control. It's just it's fantastic. You've got it's exactly the same system in LMU. Race control is just amazing. But you can still do more in R Factor 2 with it than you can in LMU at the moment. So, for instance, in LMU, if you go to your live timing, rather than just your standings, you go to your live timing, and you can click on any car, but it'll just show you their fastest lap and their last lap. That's it. That's all you can see. And their sector times. But in this, even without going to live timing, I can click on this guy here, And it... Right, they've done, what, 2 laps there, so we've got live timing. You can see all of their laps. Although no one's done enough yet. So we got 3 there. Anyway, just check that I have got the right settings in here. Yeah, okay. What is that Reeza's doing at the moment? Do you mean right now? Right now? Not a lot to adjust on. I'm just going to get out there and give it a go. Oh, I must remember I've got to change my wheel setting and stick it over to auto. No. Auto. There we go. There we go. Oh, I love this car. It's a Porsche, so steer it on the brakes. Oh, I realise, can you guys still hear me alright? Because this sim's a bit noisier in my ears than ACC was, so... Tell me if you can still hear me alright. Oh yeah, no, I know they're doing the multiplayer tests, and I'm glad that they are, because that is one thing Reza are sorely behind on, is the multiplayer is the reliability of the multiplayer, lack of a proper dedicated server that's not peer-to-peer, you know. And bugger me if I haven't got a flat spot already. Oh, no. There you go. I'm thinking it's the V-Doll one, but it's not. It's the GP track with the hard chicane. I'm going to go out again without the flat spot this time. Oh good, glad to hear that. So it's just a bit louder. Get those tyres warmed up. I'm going to be so slow in this race because the R Factor boys are all pretty damn serious. Try and let this guy past here. Go on, mate. Yeah, Reza need to... I heard Met saying tonight that if Reza don't get the multiplayer sorted out, he doesn't see himself using it in a couple of years. I really hope they do, because if there are a lot of people saying that, you know, the Madness engine can never be sorted out for really good multiplayer, but look how much Reza have done with that engine that supposedly, you know, could never... Oh, dearie mama mess. Look how much they've done with that engine that people said could never be done. You know, they've... Anyone can do it, Reza can. Thought the R Factor boys broke up in the early 2000s. No, that was the Backstreet Boys, wasn't it? Event starts in 3 minutes. Tell you what, before I do anything else, it starts in 3 minutes. Is my FOV alright here? Let's have a look. I'm going to check that before I enter a race. Oh no, I can't get back in the car now. Damn, okay, right. Back to 48.
Attention grid, will all non-essential personnel leave the grid now?
Right, so I think maybe I need to come out of here. Oh, 1 minute and 22. Call the FOV police. I don't know if I'm in one of these practice servers and I don't get out before the event starts, I miss the event. If I'm in the official one over here, I can't remember if I do or I don't, so I'm just going to wait till the event starts and talk to you guys. Just last week finally dialed in my triples. Ah, you got triples. I'd love triples. Love triples. Haven't got the cash or the room at the moment. That would be awesome. Does it because I've never had triples. Is it really a total, you know, pain in the arse to get them properly dialed in? Because I found, like, people don't think about this sometimes with sims until they get into really serious sims. LMU, it's like I needed a day with that to get everything dialed in, a day before I could even start racing. Any sim I get, it's just, there are no plug and play sims. Now, if you take something that's reasonably intuitive like AMS2, you've still got to spend hours dialing in all your settings, getting your force feedback just right and everything else. Half a day, and then you can, you know, have it set up nicely just for driving around a track. No other cars on track. And then you go and start exploring which track does the AI work well with me, and, you know, where's a good combo, where do they work well with, you know, where are they well matched with the rain or in the dry and everything else. That's before you even get online. Excellent, good. I love YouTube for that. That's one thing I'm really annoyed about. There is a thread on the Reza forums, and someone came on and started a thread just literally when iRacing brought out their new weather system, and just went, "Oh, iRacing and all the hype and all the YouTubers hyping it up. What a load of twats!" And that was the start of their thread, and it had a title like that. It's just like, this thread is a thread for vacuous little vampires, and they just started slagging off YouTubers and everything. I love the YouTubers. I mean, they started slagging off Jimmy Broadbent and Muscle and all of them. And it's just like, I've been using those guys for years. Following those guys for years. And you generally get bloody good advice off them because they love what they do. They love sims. So you generally do get, you know, before you go and venture into a sim or a mod or anything like that, you can, you know, back in the days where I was really short for cash, you know, it's just like, it's a few quid, but should have spent it on this. You'd really get a good idea of what was going on with those guys. And Jimmy Broadbent's done more for sim racing and inspiring sim racers to think they might be able to become real drivers because he's done it than anyone I can think of. And now I am a YouTuber. I didn't. It's amazing the amount of abuse you get, because I didn't get abuse on my channel, and I wasn't told, oh, you can't post here. I could post my videos anywhere as an example of what I was trying to explain till I got monetized. The moment that they see that little thank you sign, or they know you're monetized, they know you're over an amount of subscribers, then you're a YouTuber. Apparently that's all your life shrinks down to, and people absolutely hate you. Yeah, they do. They do like to whine and bitch. You're damn right. God, I sound like a bitter old man, but I am, so screw it. Right, watch me totally embarrass myself now. I didn't even check how long the race is. This is an intermediate, so it's probably going to be about 30 minutes. You know, Dave Cam as well, he's fantastic to watch. You know, half the time he doesn't even, it's like he'll do his reviews and stuff on things, but half the time he's just posting his races that he's done. And he loves it, you know. And I'll take notice of him because, you know, he's an ex-policeman, so he will have had advanced driver training. Jimmy Broadbent drives sims and real race cars, so yes, I'll take notice of him. You know, Game of Muscle doesn't have a driving license, but goes out on tracks testing out cars just because of his love of sims. Yes, I'll take notes. Daniel Morad as well, a real GT driver. Am I going to take notice of him? Damn right I am. Right, okay. Let's get this down to about 6 laps. He's brilliant, Daniel Morad. I love his stuff. Let's tape up the radiator. Anything else I want to do? Oh, yeah, can't. Yeah, I'm going to leave everything standard apart from those 2 bits. Ah, well, yeah, there you go then. Useful, worthwhile stuff. There's only 2 of us in. Why are there only 2 of us in here? Right, I better put it on that screen so I can keep an eye on my oil and water, because I've just closed up those vents a lot. I've just remembered I've got a little bit of leftover Chinese for when I get finished tonight. Woohoo! One day old Chinese takeaway leftovers. Yes, please. Oh, come on, don't tell me that I've gone and registered for what might be a 30-minute race with only 2 of us. This is one of the reasons I'm annoyed that Le Mans Ultimate is not just DLC for R Factor 2. Because it's split the numbers on the servers. You know, you got half the people in LMU and half the people in R Factor 2, and whereas the servers were absolutely booming when the race control system came out in R Factor 2, now they're depleted because they've split the pack, they've split the crowd. Whereas they could have it all in one sim and have pack servers all the time. Gotta be so careful on the brakes in this car. You don't want to lock up and get flat spots. This now grid is actually making the actual drive wheels focusing in 2024 stock cars. Wow. Yeah, I bet they're not cheap as well. Oh, if they're the official wheels. I must say I'm not massively keen though on the new tyre physics. The 1.6 tyre physics for the Formula Ultimate Gen 2 and the Stock Car 2024 in AMS2. I love the way they feel up into and just above the limit, but you go over the limit, they go into this automatic spin because no matter what angle you're at, the tyres get to a certain, you get to a certain slip angle and the tyres just fall off a cliff. I do not want to see AMS2 tyres becoming like iRacing's tyres, which are literally, you can drive up to the limit and that's it, and they fall off, although they're a little bit better than they used to be. But it's like, I love iRacing. I think their new weather system is the best thing that they've done. I still think the worst thing about it is the tyre physics after the limit. So I don't want to see Reza inherit the worst thing about the tyre physics. And everyone's like, well, you shouldn't be able to slide a race car anyway. Yes, you can. You can slide, even if it's on slick tyres, soft slick tyres, you can slide. You can drift anything that's rear wheel drive pretty much. People are like, we don't see racing drivers do it because they can't. No, they don't do it because it's not efficient. That's why. But I know they're not completely finished yet, so, but I mean, up until that point, they're great. Car's got they've left R Factor 2 now, unfortunately, with some really overly aggressive gear protection on most of the cars. Well, no, that was one of the other things that I didn't like. Do you know what? I don't mind the whole subscription-based thing for an absolutely excellent multiplayer. Damn, I've screwed that up because I'm not paying attention. I do resent not being able to. You should at least, the cars that you've bought, and I've only got the basic subscription. Right, I've only got the basic subscription. I've got to tell you, mate, the AI are unbelievable. They're amazing. But when your subscription runs out, okay, fair enough, you don't get the multiplayer service. In fact, even don't give us access to the AI even, because I think they actually train the AI with data from the multiplayer, from other real drivers. They're absolutely amazing. But at least you should be able, when your subscriptions, if you don't keep it up, you should be able to still at least have the cars and the tracks that you've bought and be able to just take them out on the track just for a test on your own. The fact that you don't have access to anything, you know, you still look at that, you still technically own your cars and your tracks, but if you don't have access, you can't even test drive them. I don't like that. But if they sorted out that tyre model, oh wow, you know. If that's the next thing that they do, I'll be playing a lot of iRacing, I can tell you that. And the force feedback, because force feedback's quite nice, it's quite smooth, but it's I get more detail, force feedback, through the power steering on my soggy, squashy Ford Focus Estate road car. I can feel, if I just concentrate on what I'm feeling from my hands, I feel so much more than I do in iRacing. There's not a lot of road detail. I heard Daniel Morad say, if R Factor 2 and iRacing had a baby, you know, it'd be like the ultimate sim. I agree with him there. Mind you, I'd take that one further, because neither of those two sims, for everything else, like I say, is amazing about them, neither of the two sims have a decent damageable transmission model. And that is where AMS2 comes in. You know, you can lose gears, you can burn out your clutch. I actually think if, and I've thought this for a long time. I used to think this back in the days of original R Factor or R Factor 1, but it's just R Factor. LFS, which was massively ahead of its time, especially for the size of the team, which was three people. GTR2, I used to think this back then. So now with the current sims, if ACC, R Factor 2, iRacing, AMS2, Beam MG, Le Mans Ultimate, all had a baby together, then you'd have the ultimate sim. Because they've all got one little thing that they can do that the other can't, or does better than the other one, you know. But that would be a perfect world, of course, and that doesn't exist at all. Hello, Will Plays Metal. Not much, it's just, you've not missed much, it's just me mucking about and trying out my new connection. Is it, there aren't any stutters or anything, it's all going well there still? Yeah, I can't believe this, I'm in an official, it is a 30-minute race and there's two of us. And I'm nearly 3 seconds far slower than this guy. This is why it's so crap that LMU isn't an R-Factor decent DLC. Because if it weren't for that, you'd have absolutely rammed servers. God damn it. Excellent. I've got a new internet connection. It's the first time ever I'm streaming at 1440 p at 60 frames per second. So yeah, it should be looking nice. But I was gonna say, Will plays metal. I was watching. I saw a very short video whilst I was having lunch of some guy turning up to a street jam over in the States, picking up a guitar and playing Dragon Force today. Talking of metal. Although I don't know if I'd really want to call Dragon Force metal. It's more sort of tech. Oh, hello! Defender. Oh, it should suit your monitor fine then. We're just about to embark on a 30-minute race, and I can't duck out of it now because it will affect my safety rating. And there's 2 of us. Can you believe it? Yeah. Although I do think with Dragon Force, technicality over musicality. And I better get on the track. Oh, we've got a pace lap as well, look. Oh my god. Oh, I'm going to get absolutely slaughtered here, guys. Oh no! I've just realised what I've done as well. I forgot to change my setup, so my radiator is still massively taped up. My engine's probably going to explode. Yeah, I'd go along with that. Megadeth is better. But yeah, Defender, this is what I'm saying. It's after the race control system came out for R-Factor 2, it was just like, oh my god, it's finally where it needs to be. The server's going to be packed all day long, every day. And then, rather than making LMU DLC, they released it separately, which I keep saying is, you know, not their fault, because it was down to what they were told they had to do by MSG and the people that look after WAC. It has to be its own sim. But if it was part of R-Factor 2, they've split the pack. So they're going to have less players in LMU and less players in R-Factor 2 in general. Because they could have had it all in one sim. Hello, Pong. Oh, I'm glad the stream's working out for you. I should have actually put that in the title, shouldn't I? I'm only live tonight because I'm streaming for the first time in this exact resolution and put the frames per second. What do you mean I'm driving too slow? It's just giving me a warning for driving too slow. I'm still there. R-Factor 2. Well, this is R-Factor 2. Oh god, it's trouble with reading the text in the chat. I wasn't paying attention and now he's already miles ahead. Right, I've really got to try and think about the racing now, as you guys are going to get well bored. Keep an eye on that oil temperature. Try not to get flat spots. Oh, he's locked up a little bit there. Oh, I'm going to get told off the track limits. Oh! Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Oh, no. Oh, dearie me. I can't tell you how embarrassed I am at the moment. I can just can show you. I'm this embarrassed. What a knobbit. And he's gone, and I'm damaged. Well, like I said at the start of the stream, you know, what could go wrong? It's only me, of course. But then again, I'm not too serious tonight. I just wanted an excuse to test out the connection and have a bit of a laugh. I did not expect there to be only 2 of us in this server though. The wheel's pulling to the left. It certainly did, Pong. It got me good and proper. And it was a proper good tank slapper though, wasn't it? I mean, it's just like, I nearly held it. I think it swung once left, once right, another left, another right, another left, another right, and then about 3 times, and then it was, yeah. On the last one it got me. Yeah, exactly. I totally did it deliberately just so I could, you know, show off and go, look, I can nearly hold it 6 times. Oh, 5, because the 6th one was, it was gone. If it was indeed 6, not 4, and I'm just exaggerating because I can't remember. lock up there. Oh, look at my oil, look at my oil, 111 degrees. A little bit of a look up on the inside front there, I think. That gear protection's getting in my way. I had to totally lift off just to change out the fourth there. Oil's creeping up to 112. I'll tell you what, this IMSA thing for AMS2, just think of the cars they're going to be licensed to have. And Sebring, how will they do? I mean, obviously, it's got to be laser scanned. It's got to be, it'll have to be an all-new laser scan of Sebring. I wonder how well they're going to do with that. The closest thing in AMS2 at the moment to Sebring is Long Beach. And they did pretty damn well with the feel of the track and the bumps on that. So I reckon they'll do a good job at Sebring. And if they do well with it, it might lead to other racing series thinking, do you know what? I think we'll give Reza our license. Because imagine if they got the license from the BTCC. I'm looking all the way up to Coca-Cola, or just before Coca-Cola corner, and in the distance I can't see his car. That fella's gone. But nice excuse for driving the Porsche, even if she is slightly damaged now. Lost time now. Oh dear. I have to put so much steering into this because there is not a lot of lock to lock on the wheels, but there's quite a lot of lock on the steering wheel. You know what I mean? Sorry about this, guys. If this was a public server or something like that, I'd have, you know, ducked out of this. Just for your sakes. But I can't very well do that now because I'm in a ranked server. Oh, and it will affect the driver rating if I don't finish. Oh, no. Locked up there, it's hard to tell because the tyre locking sounds in this car are really hard to hear. And I've got flat spots. What you got at the moment, Will? What wheel of pedals have you got at the moment? You don't have anything. Well, I mean, the markets, I mean, years ago, because you can start off with a, you know, something like a Logitech for a couple of £100 these days. But years ago, if you wanted to get serious and go direct drive, you're looking at thousands and thousands of pounds. Now, you've got Moser and FANATEC fighting it out to put together bundles, you know, pedal and a wheel, and pedal and a wheelbase and a steering wheel for like £600. It's unbelievable. I mean, what's your budget? And also, what do you need? Do you need, you know, depending on what you're driving, do you need a H shifter? Do you need a clutch pedal? Or do you just need literally flappy paddles on the steering wheel, a brake and an accelerator? Because if that's all you need, and you can afford to go DD, I'd say go with one of the either FANATEC or Moser. But I will say this about I love my FANATEC. It's absolutely fantastic, and I'm not even on a DD, I'm on the CSW, which is the highest powered belt drive wheel you can buy, 8 Newton meters, so it's literally as strong as their lowest price DD. But it's not, you know, obviously not quite a DD. But I would say with FANATEC, be careful, because they've got a bad reputation for deliveries. I mean, where do you live, Will? Are you in the US? Are you in Europe? Are you in the UK? Whereabouts are you? Because if you can find a reseller, I'd go through a reseller who's selling brand new products, a reputable one. But then do make sure you register it. Once you've got it, you can register it through the FANATEC website. UK, yeah, you can find resellers in the UK for FANATEC stuff, and then you can register for your guarantee on their site. But you buy direct from FANATEC. I've heard horror stories about people not getting their gear, not for weeks, for months and months, and then it arriving with bits missing. They are, I mean, their founder recently had to step down, or was rather usurped. I don't know what's going on. The gear's good. I mean, this shifter, this FANATEC shifter I've got here is amazing. And this wheel, I bought this wheel second hand, and it's just been nothing but awesome and lovely. I will say this. I mean, I don't know what your budget is, but if you can afford to, stay away from. My main things to say would be stay away from pedals that have pentameters in it. If you might if you know what I mean, pentameters. They get gunged up, they wear out, the signal becomes a bit oiky. Unfortunately, damn! Look what I've done. Unfortunately, on this pedal set, because I've actually got the CSL pedal set with a clutch pedal. The clutch and the accelerator are on pentameters, but the brake pedal is a load cell. Get a load cell brake. Absolutely get a load cell brake. And when it comes to your accelerator pedal, if you're not going for clutch, just accelerator, get a set that's got a load cell brake, and for your accelerator pedal, try and make sure it's a Hall sensor, which is contactless. you want a hall sensor on, you can look this up, you want a hall sensor on your accelerator pedal, not a pentameter or pentometer. And for your wheel, try and pick up one of the because literally these days you can pick up a direct drive with a wheel bundle for like 600 quid. Have a look into Moser, FANATEC. I don't know what buying directly from Moser is like. I've never bought any of their stuff. And yeah, Lab Pong there is exactly right. Pedals are very important. You'll make up a lot of time with a decent brake pedal. I mean, you know, for really high-end stuff, you can go as nuts as, we've got force feedback brake pedals now, which will give you that, you know, you can feel when the brakes lock on the pedal on your real car. You've got force feedback pedals that do that now. Also, even higher than a load cell pedal even now is hydraulic pedals. Hydraulic pedals actually have hydraulic fluid in them like in your real car, but they're just so expensive. But you know, it's hard to say without knowing what your budget is, mate. And also, check out the second-hand market, because sim racing equipment generally tends to be built to a very high standard and is extremely reliable. So you can usually pick up some really decent stuff second-hand that is still in exceptionally good working order. You know, not like iPhones. iPhones, the most technically advanced blooming things. And yet, you know, they're built with built-in obsolescence. Because I've known Apple to actually bring out operating systems which fry their own Wi-Fi antennas, so your phone becomes useless in a certain way, so you have to upgrade. Sim racing gear is one of the last sort of products you can buy these days, apart from maybe a solid oak table, which, you know, you buy it and it lasts you a long time. No, I used to be Apple, I'm Android as well now. I think the final nail in the coffin for me was when Apple decided, no, you can't even have a standard 2.5mm headphone jack on your phone. And because I did a lot of sound, and I'd use that for intermission music when I was doing sound for bands, plug your phone straight into the desk, just with a 2.5. When they got rid of that, and then you had to, if you wanted to have a 2.5mm jack, you could buy one of Apple's special adapters, just so you could have a 2.0mm jack, and you paid God knows what for it. That was the final nail in the coffin. I was like, yep, no more Apple for me. It's like the 2.5mm jack is the industry standard for headphones and RCA lines in, so yeah, if you're going to do that, nah. Ah, no. Well, I'll tell you what, if this, I know, I bet you're glad there's only 2 minutes to go as well. A boring race, eh? But one thing it has proven, I'll check what the ambient temperature is here when I get out of the car. But it does prove that you can block up the vents, the radiator vents, to 66% on this car, and it'll still complete a race. I don't think we've actually gone over, or much over, 112 the whole way. And lo and behold, as soon as I say it goes up to 113, but I don't think it's been over really about 112 all the way. So that's quite amazing. I like it. It's a clear, sunny day here. I just didn't check the ambient temperature. It might be really low. Last lap. Oh, come off it, Paul. My tyres are in a hell of a state. I've got terrible flat spots now. Oh, look at that. I was thinking, no matter how I'm just getting so slow every lap, and it's got one tyre in the red there. Yeah, innit? Left front's begging for mercy. And because it's flat spot, it just keeps locking up even more each time. Really like the way MS2 does the flat spots. You can really feel it snagging on the same part of the tyre every time. Yay! Yay, folks! I'm actually going to class that, even though it was the most boring, stupid race ever. I'm classing that as a real achievement, because guess what? I've got a podium. I came second. I'm on the podium. I'm on the mother freaking podium. Because there were only 2 of us. I did. I got on the podium. Oh, dearie me. I wonder if he's still here. Doesn't say he's left the race, so... Right. Let's see how badly we did then. Yeah, I know. Well, it's ranked racing, so once I'd registered for the race, I couldn't really back out. What's it going to tell me, though? Yeah, nothing. There's nothing much to tell. Oh, well, that's that then. Well, folks, after all of that, I think I'm gonna call the stream to a halt here, and say thanks very much for coming and chatting away to me. And what I shall now do is go and see what the stream looks like for myself in the glorious 1440 res. It's going to be the best looking stream I've ever done. Probably the one I'm most boring. So, cheers guys, you've really been awesome, because you stuck through the whole thing. I can't believe it. But yeah, I'm going to go and eat me my leftover Chinese now. Yeah. Looking forward to that. Anyway, cheers guys, and well, I hope you get a good wheel sorted out, mate. And you too, guys. I think Marty's probably gone to bed. Might still be there. If you haven't, Marty, cheers, and I'll see you later. And cheers, Will, and cheers, Pong. Right, I'm now going to hit the button. So, all the best. Happy sim racing.